shit. All right, let's do it. All right, welcome everyone to episode 108. You know what I'm saying? We on our Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Early Kobe. Appreciate the support. Everybody tuning in. Everybody, that's been showing support to the show. We got some great guests today.
We in shambles. We in shambles right now.
Wait, what's going on?
Hey,
y'all all right over there?
Y'all ready? Okay.
Stay where I was sitting.
All right. Hey, we got. It's a lot of if y'all need napkins, there's Jones all everywhere. This place.
Anyway, so we got some special guests here. We're gonna go around. Y'all know me. I'm Chris, MRA member number 596, I think.
What's MRA?
Men's rights activist. Me. So I'm number, I said 5 something. Yeah.
Okay.
But, all right. Shout out to my dad.
Men's rights activist. And shit.
Mr.
Man, I'm Matt. Man, Hefton done. Fuck with me. I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate y'all checking with us. And for the people that came to hang out with us today, talk with us, I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, we will, you know what I'm saying, go around, introduce everyone, kind of get into the topics. And yeah, man, thanks for fucking with us. We have a return guest, you know what I'm saying?
Jay.
Introduce yourself. It's Jay. We got Jay in the building. We appreciate you again. This is what, it's 2 for you or 3? 2. Hey, thanks. We really appreciate y'all for real. Thank you. And we next from Southeast. We got somebody next, especially from Southeast. You know, you have to know this. You got to know this. You know what I'm saying?
Duh. You don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Okay. I'm Naomi. My nickname is Honeycomb. Follow me on IG at Just the Motion. Okay.
There you go.
Girl.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much for fucking with us.
And I'm Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Okay, Jasmine.
Coming to hang out
with us.
Thank you
for coming out.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, so we gotta start with our shot. Start the episode off. Number 8.
It's 108. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what? It's a double shot, so you gotta take this shot first. You know what I'm saying?
All right, salute.
Yeah, salute. Double.
Salute.
Yeah,
Salute.
you know what I'm saying? We started late.
Yeah.
So that was for 108. That first shot was for 108.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The next shot.
Now you being abusive.
Is birthday shot.
Oh.
Okay. Y'all missed my birthday. You know what I'm saying? July 1st.
She's like, I just met you like 2 days ago.
Cancer baby. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we're gonna take a shot for that, but it's a double shot because it's like a double entendre, right? Because I also got my citizenship. So your boy is now a U.S. citizen in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American.
Your boy was in there doing the jump. You know what I'm saying? What they be saying? I pledge allegiance.
For my oath. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'm still not here though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't denounced y'all. My Niger people. You know I had to.
Hold on, they might bring this tape up. We trying to go.
Nah, I'm in.
Okay,
I'm in.
Well, you're American citizen now.
Yeah.
Name the 13 colonies.
Come on, man.
Plymouth Rock.
Colonies. Jamestown in there.
I don't think American citizens.
A lot of
I'm saying that's the only blend though.
It is. I didn't have to answer that question, but I crammed for it, so I forgot instantly. But you know, thank you all you Americans for accepting me into the American Club. I worked very hard. It's been a long time. I'm very happy to be here. God bless America. God bless America.
All right, man.
All right, let's do it. Thank you. All right, that was it. Did y'all take the second shot? No, y'all try to forget.
Whatever, you know, however y'all feel.
So it's birthday and
you can do an air shot, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
whatever
sir.
make y'all feel real. Yeah,
there you go.
Cause like he been trying for a long time.
I've been traveling.
A lot of trying fails.
Costa Rica, I'm coming back. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute.
All right, salute to my man too. Citizenship, we out here. You know what I'm saying? We getting rolling.
Okay, so we got some new people here, and what we want to do is kind of like, you know, let y'all know how the show kind of goes, right? So we throw topics out there. We have a whole bunch of topics. We write them down, but we usually just it just morphs into shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's all from a place of love. Like we started this podcast because, you know, we saw the disconnect, you know what I'm saying, between men and women right now.
And the numbers are damning.
The number is it's not, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, the pandemic, we talked about it. We was like, we need to do something, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there was a lot of, you know, like the Kevin Samuels and the manosphere or the red pill, all that shit. So it was like
to life.
Yeah, it was really like divisive because I feel like the message was a little bit too harsh, you know what I'm saying? So we feel like you actually like you gain more. What's it? You get more shit with bees with honey than vinegar. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the message was getting lost on both sides because both sides are just angry and nobody's listening because of how the message is being delivered. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all kind of clear on like what kind of like the different sides we're kind of referring to, or kind of.
In
a little
relationships
bit.
with men and women?
Yeah, relationships are just kind of like,
I can see the
okay, men's
disconnect.
in charge, women is in charge, who's in charge, who's the boss,
I can
who's
see
this.
the disconnect. Who started it?
But,
Where
so
it
you
came
kind of have an
from.
idea kind of what he's
How
referring
women
to.
are today versus how they used to be.
Okay, you know
Yeah.
what? And we'll start with that. Actually, I want to start with that.
I was gonna make sure everybody has a good, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. So that's a good point because that kind of is gonna lead into what I was gonna ask, but I feel like that's a good way to lead into it because I was thinking because I talked to Matt about it. And I was like,
Started it first.
I didn't want it to come off a certain kind of way, and it's your first episode. You know what I'm saying?
How was it gonna come off? You being
Because
a guy,
because there's
having a guy's perspective.
yeah.
Well, let's just get into it.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
That's what
get into it.
but like she
It's all
said,
turkey.
like she
We're
said,
turkey, yeah.
You ain't gotta warm us up.
Yeah, it's all turkey.
We big girls.
All right,
Shout out to
okay.
turkey,
All right, let's
man.
talk about it.
Let's talk turkey.
Warm us up.
Let's talk about it. All right.
All right,
See, that's what we talking about.
So I want to know.
What you want to know?
I want to know whether you think men and women are equal.
Definitely not.
Okay.
In what way? In what way?
Let's
In
go.
what way?
Hold on.
In what
Okay,
way?
that's
Okay.
fair. But once he explains what's way, we're gonna kick off with you. We're
Yeah.
gonna work our way around so we can
In
do
what
one at a
way?
time.
Let me get clear.
Yeah, so
Okay.
equal is like if you want to break down like the actual definition of equal.
Okay, I like that.
Same.
Equal is same.
Same. Got you.
Equal. We're talking baseline. English, whatever. I don't know if you want to look up the actual definition. But
I
yeah,
think it's like yin and yang.
It's not.
But that's basically what it is, though.
Because like with human beings, like you can't quantify what we're trying to quantify and say things are equal. You know
equal
what I'm saying?
is being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value.
Exactly.
So
that's why like it's
the
easy
same.
to say something's equal like if it's math or if I have this bottle is equal to this
2
bottle.
+ 2 = 4.
Yeah, but
Right.
when it's human beings, okay, it's not something you can really quantify. You can't. I'm saying because people will say
See,
that we're equal.
here's
Hold
my
on,
issue.
hold on. We about to get to it. Let's stop.
I'm
Yeah,
pausing.
yeah, nah. I'm not trying to pause. I just want to start.
You put me on pause. But I got something to say.
But no, that's cool. But you understand? Everyone understands kind of the question is in terms of being the
But
same.
I have
like,
an
are
issue
you
with the
same?
question, though.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Please, yeah,
Not
for
my
sure.
opinion, but
For sure,
my issue with the
yeah,
question
sure.
Let me hear it.
is I think it's very it's already like separating us when we say like, oh, are we equal? Because to me,
That's fair.
in the back of my head, when you say ask me if we're equal or not, then that means one person is less valuable than the other possibly. And I feel like we're equal in a way like we're both equally valuable.
In terms of contribution into the
Yes, so that I'm kind of like teetering on the topic of
Well,
equal.
so I'll say this, like, yeah, if you were out on a date and somebody was like, do you think we're equal? You'd be like, yo, fuck type of time you on? Like,
Yeah.
That's why I said.
I'm thinking more like in the subconscious thing, not necessarily like if someone asked you that. It's
Okay.
kind of like your thought on it. Because if someone asked you that, you'd be like, bro, you want some other shit. Like, that's a weird question to ask. So, it's more like just your thought on it in general, not like somebody, like, you think you're equal to me? Like, motherfucker, who are you?
Yeah,
like,
just
not really like that.
Right.
We just kind of talking about in general, in terms of the same, like, is it,
Okay, is it the same?
Yeah, so is it the same? That's the question.
But even if you were talking about it in value, I don't think we're not equal because a man will bring different values to a relationship, and a woman brings a different value to a relationship.
So it's different.
Yeah.
So it's not equal.
I don't think around the board I don't think we're ever going to be equal.
Okay.
And we're not. I don't
And
think
then a
we're
lot of
not. We're not
females
made to be
today
equal.
sometimes want the equality, but I don't.
And
We want equality sometimes, but I don't think we know what we're asking for.
When you say equality, when people say equality, right?
Well, in a relationship.
Okay.
I don't.
So
agree.
this is my thing, right? And this is what
she don't agree in terms of what way. I'm just like.
She was saying that because like in a
even if we're all talking about value, I just still disagree.
Yeah, I want to get to the whys, but go ahead.
Okay, because there's how do you like. That's what I'm saying about being able to quantify what we're talking about, right? Like, how do we actually put, because that's what you're going to have to do to determine equality. It's like being able to quantify it. So it's like when you say...
is that something you feel like you need to do? Because like for me,
okay,
it's a it's different. It's very different. Like to me, I'm very traditional. Like I think of myself more as a traditional person, traditional values. So I'm like, men bring certain. I'm not saying it has to be this way. I'm thinking more or less for me and what standards. Whatever people want to do, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But like I have certain standards as as traditional values that what I'm saying that you're upholding in your job. So it's for sure different, but it's not different. Like someone's job is less important.
Oh yeah.
Now it may come off as more important, like a man going out to get the money. Like, okay, you going out. Let's say you have a stay-at-home wife. To me, a woman staying at home and raising the kids and having a good job, that job is actually more important than my job going to work at some some job that I'm doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I think it's to me. But I think what gets lost in that is like the value of someone raising a family somehow gets devalued, even by women. Yeah. I feel like women devalue the womanhood part of this shit. I'm like, son, how are you going to devalue womanhood and motherhood, which is like one of the biggest things and most important things that we have in society, and it's looked down on, where it's like, oh, you're a stay-at-home mother, this bitch doing anything. Like, bro, she's out here nurturing and raising a whole family. That shit's lit. Yeah. But it gets devalued along the way somehow, and somehow it turned into, like, even women doing it. Where I'm like, women look down on that. Where it's like, no. Oh, so you don't think some women look down on that?
I think it's time for the ladies to speak here.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's hear it.
So you think that women think that people don't look down on them?
You clearly have one on your side over here, but I'm totally against you.
Okay.
So I think we're equal because one is not greater than the other.
Right.
You're not more important than me.
I think we're kind of saying that.
I'm not more important than you.
In a nutshell,
everyone, it's yin and yang. Everyone has a role. What I think the biggest issue is, like, men, you're meant to lead. Yeah. And just because you're the leader and you're the MVP, you still needed your team. It's like a basketball team. You still needed the whole squad. You needed someone to pass you that ball for you.
I don't think we're that far apart. I think we're kind of saying the same thing as you.
So what I'm saying is...
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
No. We ain't saying the same thing.
The bigger issue is men are too involved in women's business.
In terms of what? Like, break it down.
That's how I feel.
In terms of what? Like, in terms of like
y'all
what?
always got an opinion about what a woman's doing, and you don't even know why she's doing what she's doing. You don't even look into it.
Yeah, like what?
You're here to
specific.
Example. Yeah. You're like, oh, this girl twerking on the table. She's lost in the sauce. She can never be a wife. You don't know what that girl's been through, what she's seen. You don't know what she's lacking. And if the right man comes along, you could turn any hoe into a housewife.
For sure.
Period. Just like a street dude could turn into a clean cut man. With the right leadership, the right mentor, the right guidance. I think we're just quick to assume people ain't shit, and we don't even give them the opportunity to become shit.
Okay.
We don't come alongside each other. We too busy judging each other.
You said a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
So I have to take you back to the team thing.
Right.
Because you walked right into that one. Like, you walked into it. Because you said it. There's an MVP on the team. What does MVP stand for?
Yeah, but you're the leader. That's cool.
Okay.
You mean she's contradicting herself?
Because everybody on the team, someone gets paid. This guy, he's getting paid more than the fucking worst player on the team. Here's the thing. And I'm glad you brought up the sports thing, right? Because as men, we play sports. Like I said, we're humbled as men, where you learn to see value, and this is what women don't understand, right? As a man, we're constantly logically seeing value, right?
The MVP is never the same person.
We'll get. I want to use your example of the girl on the table, right? So you're talking about I'm in a club, right? And it's girls all in the club, right?
A lot of every kind.
It's a lot of old girls in the club.
A lot.
And I'm trying to pick a girl that I might want to be my wife. Right?
In the club? You already started wrong. She's there for a good time.
Where else am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to find a girl?
You're not looking for your wife in a club. In the club, you're looking for a good time.
A good time?
And if it leads to more, let it lead to more.
No, you're not looking for a wife. You're looking for a jump that you can talk to and fuck with.
Yeah.
So like if that turns into
a good time.
Okay, I think, but you don't go to them looking for a wife. You go looking for someone that.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
I agree.
So continue your point. Like,
but my point is that
like
the value.
I'm
just saying that's part of the problem.
Yeah. So whatever you're looking for, you gotta go.
Yeah, but you have to understand that if you're gonna twerk on the table, and somebody doesn't want you because of that, it's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay.
No, but
but it's not devaluing you. I just don't want that.
Oh, okay.
But it could be your fault.
It could be, but you could be like, you just don't. It's their preference. Like, it's okay. Like,
No. It's judging. It's prejudging.
But that's what
I said.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I said that's the biggest issue. People already already have an opinion and they don't know all the facts.
But everyone prejudges. Like, you see someone.
Men do.
You don't think women prejudge?
Hold on.
Women are hard on each other.
Let me ask you a question.
Women are hard on each other because of men.
Nah, but if you saw
Men are hard on women because they're becoming women.
When you're in the club.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Because they're becoming women.
Becoming women. You're right.
But if you saw somebody
now, y'all want to bleed.
If you saw somebody in the club who was 5'5" and he was like handsome, everything you ever wanted, and he was 5'3", would you prejudge him or just be like, he's a good guy? I don't even want to judge that he's 5'3".
Oh, we've had this talk. Personality.
Because you can't prejudge him. Maybe he's 5'3", but maybe you like him.
Personality comes through for me on top of.
So 5'3" is okay with you?
I'm not worried about height. I'm worried about the person.
Okay, I was just curious.
More than anything.
I was just curious.
I
was curious because.
Why did you say 5'3" handsome guy?
No, but
why did you say the bum out? What did you say the bum outside?
He's not height.
What about the bum outside?
Yeah, like you might like that.
outside.
You might be a good person. You prejudge him for having no money.
You gonna prejudge me because
how he carries himself.
Okay,
how he carries himself.
So if a homeless dude who carries himself super fire.
I know a homeless man that I helped get clean.
Did you date him?
No. Listen.
What?
Actually, I was coming from court. I had a ticket. It was a homeless man. I don't know what the fuck he wanted. It was a white guy. I don't know what he wanted. But like God just told me to talk to this man, and like he got my number and everything. He sent me an update like I'm clean. I'm looking for jobs. It's not about dating. Everything's not about sex.
Yeah, we're talking about.
It could have eventually led to a dating. You never know.
But we're talking about that. I think we're getting like talking about.
Up his life.
We're getting like way lost. Like your whole point got completely drowned out. I'm
still on the value thing. I'm still on it.
You think because somebody's homeless?
I'm just talking about that. I don't understand how as someone when you have to make a judgment.
I'm talking about judging people's character.
But yeah, when you're about to get to know someone, you're making judgments about them as you're like you're prejudging. That's what human beings are about.
Thing. Right, but I don't say it like it's a solidified fact. I take
of course not. When you get new information,
in my mind, I have like 5 opinions about you, but you can always prove me wrong. I always leave the option open.
It can have a negative.
I feel like men close the door.
It can have a negative connotation to it, but. That's what the word means.
Yeah, prejudging.
You just don't want to use it.
Yeah, we all have an opinion.
Negative, but it's not.
Yeah, we all have an opinion.
It's the same thing as train. Females get offended when we say you have to train a man or a woman can be trained. Yeah. It's not offensive to me. Some people don't like the word submissive or trained because it has a negative connotation to it. But it doesn't mean it's not what it means.
That's the same as mentoring, leading. That's what a man's supposed to do.
For sure.
But my point is, just because you don't like the word, it doesn't.
You don't like the word.
Because I just feel like everyone prejudges people, so it's like, of course you're gonna see someone, he's fat. Okay, you might not like that type of thing, which is okay. He, she, tall, short, fat, skinny, light, dark, whatever your thing is, you may have something. And it's not necessarily like I don't like this person and they're a horrible person. It's like, maybe I don't want the type of person I want to be with to be on that, or be short, or be tall, or be twerking, or be the person all in the mix in the club talking to everybody. Like maybe they don't want that, which is okay. It's not like I said in terms of your personality. It's not like I don't think it's like an indictment on who you are if you have certain preferences. It's more, you know what I'm saying? It's not really.
That's the key word right there. Indictment. I feel like case closed. That's what I'm saying. People are like case closed, sealed.
Are they getting any new information?
You can't expunge it. You can't.
But if that's all they have is her twerking.
Yeah.
Like if you have that and you have many options of people just kind of playing it cool, it's like, I just talk to the one playing it cool. Like now maybe
I'm not gonna count.
Am I possibly missing my blessing? Possibly.
Yeah.
But I'm
that's how they block their blessings.
So whatever. So coming into the kind of just the way you was talking about.
I think men know what kind of women they're dealing with by how a woman carries herself and or a first conversation.
Girl, people fool people all the time. I know women who come across as the classiest lady in the world.
Yeah. And then you
have a kid by this lady and she is Satan's spawn.
But guess what?
And vice versa.
Hold on. But guess what?
Yes.
But the thing is, like, normally they have to disguise their front when they come, right? They don't come showing what they
send a representative.
They send a representative.
Everybody send a representative.
And the reason they send a representative is because they know people prejudge.
Right.
And they know there's
and that's okay. Like it's a regular thing. So like, is it right or wrong? All right, whatever. But it's a thing. So we can argue whether it's right, it's wrong. but like people prejudge is the thing. Like you see
someone,
I don't mind the judgment. I just say it shouldn't be a closed case. You know what I mean?
I know, and I agree. Yeah. We talk about all the time how people will die on their fucking shield because they will not take in new information and change their fucking opinion.
Exactly.
Just to be stuck. Whether some people there's infatuation to be right. Like people literally can't be like, my bad, I was wrong. Like can't say it. It's like vampire walking outside and shit. So like that's also a fundamental problem with this, right?
Oh man, I got.
But for the reason I was saying that whole the men and women equal thing, right? I think like you said, like it's a you guys say yin and yang. I'm still sticking to the math of it. Like how you can't get the math of it, and it's never gonna be like someone may value going to work every day, and like a woman might be in a relationship with you. You're the breadwinner. You fucking take care. You go out, work, support her. So she may value that more, and so when she's asked, she's like, yeah, he's more valuable in this because that's what I really value. You know what I'm saying? And I think people take it as a slight. And I don't think it's a slight. Like that's why I was saying with the.
You talk about whether we're equal or not. Is
they're equal. Like. So
you're saying that the man John is more.
I don't think it's ever.
So you're overriding. You're kind of saying
So with me, I don't think that.
What are they taking as a slight? The fact that men are. You feel like more like.
Well, I don't think that when it comes to people, when you're talking about people, it's not a math equation. I don't think. First of all, I don't think it's ever equal, because there's no way to fucking put it into a quantify, right? So based off of that, like something is gonna give more in any relationship. If there was a way to break down our, you know what I'm saying, whether it's a friendship, whatever, somebody's gonna be more invested in the other person.
Definitely.
Like it's not this whole like, oh, we're both 50, equal. 50. No, it's not true. Somebody's gonna be more invested, and that's okay. What happens is usually the person that's more invested, or the person that's least invested, fucking keeps speaking equality shit, and you're taking away from the person that's more invested. So that breeds some resentment, like. And
so you're saying the person that you deem less, like you're doing less work, that same person is also preaching equality when you're the one coming up short.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying. So talk about what you talk about. Like, hey, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get there.
So you're saying so junks don't be doing their half, and they be like, yo, we gotta be equal. Like, bitch, you ain't doing your equal.
But here's the thing, though. So y'all haven't been here for earlier episodes, right? No.
I did with the first part.
Wait, what's more valuable, your brain or your heart?
What is that? What do you mean?
Come on. Which one's most important? What's most valuable? Brain or your heart?
Why does one?
My heart is actually.
When it comes to what?
But you need both, right?
Actually, I think you can survive.
Both is super ideal.
You can survive with you can survive with the heart.
My heart's made really bad decisions. My brain made good decisions.
Hey man, your brain dead.
I'm right.
To me, my brain, because
but you value one over the other, but you need both, right?
My heart has made bad decisions.
50-50.
I made bad decisions with my heart.
Oh, I take that back. The brain is more. I'm tripping.
Either way, you need both.
No, because let's look. No, because I can be Stephen Hawking.
So who's more valuable? Both of us. No. You're not functioning.
But the question is what's more important. Like we're just trying to.
But it don't matter. But you need both to function.
Of course, that's ideal. Of course.
And your body is a temple. Your body is a representation of Christ.
But if I had to pick one to answer your question, which the answer is actually both, obviously. But if I had to pick one, like I know that my heart has led me in the wrong place sometimes, and I feel like my brain has led me in the right way. So if your question was the true question that you wanted to be answered other than both, I would answer brain, because I know my heart has been like, damn, like I really fuck with this person, but my brain kind of knows better.
Are you talking about heart, like love heart?
Or your heart,
no,
like
your actual physical heart.
Emotions versus
No, she was talking about the organ. We was on the same page.
But your heart, what you believe in your heart is what your brain has to talk you out of.
Okay.
No, but what is it? Your brain and your heart.
I got what y'all saying.
Reality and logic. I get it.
Yeah.
I get the fight between both.
You do need both when you're talking about that. If we're talking about biology,
of course.
And then I feel like because you guys are men and the way your DNA is set up, you guys are competitive in nature.
Okay.
So even the fact that we spend so much time talking about who's equal, that's the problem with you guys. You guys are so concerned with who's more important or who's more valuable. We accomplish nothing by trying to think one is more important than the other.
But here's the thing, though.
Okay, so let's ask.
Hold on, let her chime in real quick. What you? I know,
So I know she got my back.
No, she got a lot to say. She's out
She
here.
got my back.
Don't do that.
You
let her do her thing. Let her do her thing.
Go ahead, girl.
Y'all
I need a different perspective.
I think that, she was mentioning how, like, guys aren't leading, right? Mm-hmm. Or they're supposed to be the leader.
That's my next point. You're so good.
Right?
I knew it. Yeah.
And,
I'm about to,
with the whole equality thing, it's like, I don't think people, both sides, I don't think people understand that there's, what did you say, the MVP, you're not always the MVP.
You're not always the MVP, it always changes.
And I don't think, like, for example, I don't think men understand that, okay, sometimes it's okay for me to drop the ball a little bit and let my girl lead. Right?
Yeah.
And then also, there are also women who are
in certain aspects, like, I can do this.
And,
if she wants
so it's not, I don't really think it's anything having to do with equality, because at the end of the day, everyone has something to give. Yeah. And it's sometimes, you're giving a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then other times it's like, okay, nah, Shawty might be giving more, homeboy's giving more.
For sure.
So it's never equal. It's never going to be equal.
Of course.
It's always going to be someone giving 40, giving 60.
I mean, equal is a very like weird. Like, equal is a very tough.
Yeah. The fact that your brain even led you to that word to be the. That's the problem with men right there.
But that's the
problem.
And you saying that's the problem with men, to me, is why I'd be like, that's the problem with women.
You feel so invalidated in your masculinity, like.
But this the thing.
As a woman, right?
Hold on, real quick before I forget.
Okay.
So the thing is with the woman can be
I like
the leader.
Your beard, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
See what I did right there?
Yeah, that was alright. You big on me. So the woman can be the leader sometimes, and so maybe say like, sometimes the man sounds the leader. So for me, when I think leader, I'm not thinking like trivial things where it's like what movie we're going to see, like little things. When I say leader, like for me, this is the example I use. If something's actually happening, it don't gotta be anything crazy, but like, because if I'm just telling you as a man, and maybe not every man, but a man that might be built in the cloth that I'm in, when it really comes down to it, and you have to tell your junk like, hey, relax for a second. That junk's not gonna say, oh, what you like? But like, there's a certain time where it's like, okay, I understand. I need to just like whatever, and it is what it is.
Guys also don't.
All right, so I'm gonna let y'all jump in.
Girl can't come in and say, hey, babe, I think that.
No, so for sure. But let me just finish the joke. I'm gonna let y'all jump in. But for me, because I'm just kind of describing what I think leader. Because like to me, like when you're saying like a woman, like a woman can make decisions sometimes. If you're in a relationship and the dude is making we're gonna go to this laundromat, we're gonna go okay, that's to me that's just a weird thing. I'm more or less talking about when it get down to the nitty gritty, because that's who the leader is.
The final decision
in general,
submission.
No, it does. But whatever it is, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's not trivial things where a woman can't make a decision on something and that makes them the leader. Like that's just y'all. That's just y'all having a loving relationship where both people is like, yo, I know that like you're gonna make some decisions, I'm gonna make some in terms of like, it's like trivial things, everyday things. Of course, the woman it's gonna be a back and forth. Everyone's gonna do whatever. I'm more or less talking about when I say the leader, I mean when shit goes down, the other person's like, she got it, because it does happen both ways. And this is actually going directly into what I was gonna bring up in terms of where we are, to me, in society. And it's a crazy thing, and just bear with me for a second, all right? Because like this is like I don't know, like we're in a very wild place, okay? Because I feel like women, right? Women are very like, because of all the the rights and everything, which is cool. Like women do everything men can. Women have jobs, so like that's evened up a little bit more. Yeah, I mean whatever. I mean compared to where it used to be, like women are doing their thing compared to how it used to be. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, let's clap it up for women.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So women
50 years later, still fighting for our rights.
For sure.
Right. That's a whole other podcast. Right. So look. So I totally get all that, right? I told like, of course, and it should be right. Women should have whatever they do, blah blah blah. So what I feel like the problem is like, and this is kind of a very base thing in terms of like relationships and where we are now, like in the relationship status of maybe, I don't know if it's just big cities, I don't know if it's in DC, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Mm-hmm. But I feel like honestly, if I had to say right now, from people that I know, from people that I know from social media, from everything that I've taken in. I feel like women, when it comes down to the shit that I just brought up, where it's like, yo, when it gets down to it, someone has to make a decision here. Someone's gonna be the boss.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just me, and I would like to hear what y'all say. So to be wrong, no, I feel like women are in control of that. Maybe like if I had to put a number, I'd be like 70, 75, 80% of that.
I agree.
Which and the thing is, and to me, that it's like it's a little bit of upside down, weird, kind of bizarre world.
It's backwards.
It's a little backwards because I feel like that's not how we were made.
Yes,
but I'm also putting like men into that. So with that being said, I'm a men accountability person. Like you need to take accountability I'm the number one accountability person in your life. If you're a woman, if you're a man, whatever you are, you taking accountability for your actions and your decisions, that's on you, bruh. Right. Like all that, like people making excuses for shit, that's on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta take accountability for your actions.
For sure.
So I think men letting women be the leader in these situations, this is our fault. Like not setting lines where it says, you know what, we're not gonna talk to each other like that.
Letting
well, it's not letting. No, it's not letting. But the thing is, like women. Hold on. But let me just finish. What I'm saying is like, and the thing is, because I feel like men and women fit together so well. So the fact that like right now, I'm not saying women shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a say. But I'm saying when it all comes down to it, would you guys agree with me that you guys want a man who can protect you and you feel very secure with, and he can handle shit? I mean, is that saying? Am I like? You probably want a man, like, I'm just a very baseline question. Like, you probably want someone like that, right?
That's your
like,
job.
you don't, that's how I feel. You wouldn't necessarily want to be the person that's to take on handling shit. Be the, like, now, like, okay, so my fires are hot, whatever. I'm talking about, but truly a man that you feel comfortable with, you feel safe with, you feel like
that's where my submission will come into play.
Who do you trust more, your mom or your dad?
No, this is I'm trying to get to something, but like, you guys agree, this is not, I'm not saying anything crazy. Is that correct?
I agree.
Do you agree?
But who do you trust more, your mom or your dad?
I mean, that's a whole nother, I'm just going to be personally, that gets into a lot. But let me just, you know what I'm saying?
Answer me.
But
what does that matter?
Yeah, like, there's a lot. But what I'm saying is women want,
but you said we're at a point.
I know, but let me just finish my point. Is women naturally want a certain thing. I feel like biology and nature is a certain shit where man is the provider, he's the protector, and women really like that. But the thing where it gets, and this happened to, I don't bring up any names of people I know, but Jesus Christ, like, there's so many and I know whoever it is not gonna be watching this anyway. There's so many examples where I'm like, yo, I see a woman who's a strong woman, does her shit, has her shit in line, blah blah blah, take charge, and the women that do that will get a man who lets her do that. Guess what? In that moment, the woman is like, damn, this man lets me do my thing, blah blah blah. But like, there's some shit in women that eventually, like, you got this man who's gonna be like, damn, he lets me be a nice, strong, independent. Independence also the opposite of married. It's opposite of needing a man or wanting a man. Independent. So like being an independent married woman is a weird thing, but whatever. So like, because you're independent of whatever it is. So like women, they want that, right? And then, but the problem is when they're the assertive, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but you pick a man who's gonna let you do that. Eventually, that man who lets you do that is gonna blow the fuck out of you. You're gonna be like, I want a real man. Yeah. I got him because he lets me do my thing. And now that I have him, and I've seen that shit happen with endless people.
Like that run over
no, because that's what happens. So but men are just happy to get some box. Men just want to keep their girl around because they can't get nothing else. So they're like, I'm gonna let her do her thing. And that's what happens now, because men won't draw a line and say, you know what? I don't like the way when she does this or she does that. Men don't have a line. They're just happy to have. So like, and so now so basically, like, to wrap it up, basically, like, it's the like, men don't have a line, so therefore women are dominating relationships. I feel like women are now the leaders in relationships, and I feel like that's a weird dynamic. Did you guys?
Not
you understand?
That still also sounds like the man's problem, because why are you only?
It is. No, it is. I agree. I agree.
That's weird.
And that's what I'm trying to ask you the question.
That's weird.
Who do you trust more, your mom or your dad?
That's what I'm saying. Are you listening? I'm saying it's weird.
Who do you trust more, your mom or your dad, Chris?
It depends on what situation.
I want to ask everybody in this room just to get to.
I trust my mom more.
It depends.
You trust your mom. Thank you. Who do you trust more, your mom or your dad, Chris? Let's just see what the majority says here. Who do you trust more? Everybody in this room.
You gotta be more specific.
I'm going to get to the detail why I asked. I just want to know the answer.
I'm gonna go with my
You'll
mom.
get
Your
my
mom.
answer.
Your mom.
You're more specific.
Your mom or your dad? Which
When
one?
you're more specific, give me something.
In general, if you gotta pick one to trust with everything.
I want to see where it leads to.
Who do you trust more, mom or dad?
We had a whole. I was trying to get into his point.
My mom more.
Like, do y'all think
You
it's
don't know, okay?
My dad probably crying right now. We heard me say that.
Your mom, right? You said your mom, right? So everybody said majority of us say.
I'd rather my dad cry than my mom.
Everyone in this room just said majority of us trust our mom overall more than our dad. Is that our mom's fault or is it our dad's fault?
It's our mom's fault.
It's
I don't know where we're going.
No,
is it our mom's fault?
Hold on, bro. Like, where are we going? Hold on.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
So because
You're gonna blame your mom?
But like, where are we going?
My mom has received far more. My mom has received far more admiration as a parent than my dad has.
Right.
It's not even close.
Right.
My mom's spanking my dad, and the admiration I've given her.
And whose fault is that?
Society.
Is it society?
We're doing exactly what you said that you don't want us to do. We're like going into 8 different plans that have nothing to do with it.
I'm on what they're saying, and I'm trying to explain to you. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. When you're raising children, right? A little boy and a little girl, right? Who do you think gets more positive affirmations?
It depends. If the father is
in their life,
the girl does. If the father's not in their life, the boy does.
Okay,
the boy is coddled.
I'm saying in general, with society, how society is raised,
from an ethnic background,
who spends more money? I mean, it's a running joke that dads get trash gifts on Father's Day, like. Yeah. Dad, like it's a running joke that it's like all about happy wife, happy life. Like my whole life is about my mom over my dad, flat out.
Because
like just because of society.
Put in the work. She put in the work.
No, because in society we're fucking taught to elevate women.
No.
Like yes, you are.
No.
I mean,
nobody told you to value your mom more than your dad.
I'm trying to tell you that when it comes to if you're asking people that have both their mom and dad in their life, and you're saying who got more positive affirmation from, Bama's going to say their mom. Because women get flowers.
What's the point? I don't understand the point behind it.
No,
what about the fathers that are there?
I know.
Hey, hold on. Can we just like, we're like in a weird blend.
Men are present in some cases.
She asked the question, and we're going with that because that's a wild sentiment.
Hey, so look, hold on. We're going to steer back into what in terms of something because we're going us off on wild things, just like you were talking about. We're all the way off the road to
that was actually a lot.
Well, whatever it is. But do y'all think?
Right? You fucking with it, right?
But do y'all think it's a problem? Do y'all think it's a problem that? And I'm not saying whose fault it is. Like I said, I feel like it's men's fault for shit being the way it is. But how do you guys feel about the woman being the one that's kind of in charge? Like when a woman says some shit and it gets down to it, the man kind of got to be like, if he fuck with you, he's like, I don't want to lose. How do you guys feel about that dynamic? You know what I'm saying?
We are your backbone. So like, just for example, Chris just ordered us some food, right? And he's doing a million things. And guess what my job is as a woman is to remind him of the little things. Hey, did you check? Food's on the way. He's not. I already knew that in the back of the head. That was my job.
But I feel like because women are the leaders.
A man has so much on his plate.
But in terms of women being
the leaders.
The women are the leaders now. I feel like that's kind of making it and I'm not saying that a woman shouldn't have her thoughts, but I'm just, of course you should. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying the fact that they're the leaders is because women don't even necessarily at their core want to be the leader.
Give me something to follow.
So that's what I'm saying. We're in a fucked up place because I feel like women are the leaders, and I feel like women's natural place is not to want to be the leaders. They want someone who would kind of do that, which is why I asked y'all the initial question. You want someone who's going to kind of do that. But the fact that we're in a spot now that women are in that spot, I feel like we're in a really weird place because it's like the men are letting that shit happen.
I feel like you guys are angry. I feel like angry at us.
I feel like it's our fault. If men really was on their shit and going for shit, then it would be good.
But you think being a leader is putting us, suppressing us, and that's
no, I don't. Why do you say that? Why do you say no? But what makes you say that?
Because you said you're letting us.
Yes.
You're not.
No, I said it's our fault. I said it's our fault because we're not the ones that are we're not doing men aren't doing their natural thing in terms of being a leader and really being that person where a woman can feel. Hold on, let me finish. Of course that. My point is, like, if y'all arguing just to argue, like, I'm literally arguing on your side. There's like, no, but I'm literally arguing with you that men are not holding down their part of that. Where a woman could be like, you know what? That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying that you have men are not taking accountability for that. Where they're just like, oh, a bitch is supposed to bow down, do this, do what I say. Like, bruh, if you're not putting that junk in a space where she feels like he's the man, he can make any decision, not trust him. If you're not giving her that, then that's on you, bro.
Odds are against you.
No, that's on you. So that's my point. So it's the man, and that's the man's fault. So for us to get here, it's not an indictment on either side. If it is on one side, it's on the men. So I'm not saying like, oh, women have this wild behavior, so they're more the leaders now. I'm saying the fact that men didn't draw them lines and also do them things where it was like, not necessarily draw the lines, but it's like set the standard where it's like, yo, you can trust me to be this. You don't have to worry about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's our fault. Now, however y'all want to go from there, but I feel like that's a huge, like, women are the leaders, but they don't really want to be the leaders, but the men are kind of like not setting their boundaries because they just want some box.
Right, we have to be, and then like to
So why do you say that?
Well, I had a guy that brought up submission or something like that before, and I think after a while I was just like, you expect me and want so much of me, and how dare you ask of submission when I don't see you fit as a leader. And then you wonder why females get disrespectful like her. She may cuss your ass out. I'm a lead. She'll cuss you out. Probably make you feel like less of a man. Talk back. I'm not gonna do that because I do value men, but I'm not gonna submit to something I don't.
So let me ask you. So before that happened, like, have you guys been dating?
But that's kind of
so y'all been dating for like maybe like 5-6 months, 2 weeks, 2 months.
We were dating for a while.
So for a while, so you had a decent idea of who he was. You kind of been around him. So you grew to
see what I don't like. Yeah.
So at this point, you had a good idea of who he was, where it's like you didn't feel at that point, you didn't want him. Do you feel like, were you attracted to him? Like, just on
that's
visit?
the first thing, yes.
So you were attracted, but then you got to know him and was like, I got to know him,
he's kind of cool, yeah, but then to actually get to the nitty gritty, like,
it wasn't what you wanted.
No, because our values didn't align, principles didn't align. No, I think everything was very surface.
And so at this point, you're already thinking that, and he's telling you like, why aren't you doing these certain things? And you're not, and you don't feel comfortable enough, right?
No, you didn't provide me that security.
So look, and that's what I'm saying is, if men don't supply that security for that, and also like, it's cool if you just want to be in the way and go through youngins and do your thing. That's cool too. But if you're a person who really cares about their relationship and really is on that, then you have to care about things like what you just said, like yo. And but also a man, there are some men who would say, like, I feel like I did make her comfortable for him because maybe his standards are different than the woman's standards, and that's okay too. It's like, you know what? This is your standard. This is mine. It ain't gonna work out.
Missing in the upbringing.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. So for him, he was thinking, wait.
Mass incarceration. That's what women.
But what he was doing, he thought was good enough to garner you
and maybe that's all he's been used to.
And that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, and that's okay. You know what? We're gonna go about our separate ways. It's all good.
Because it's not good enough for me.
And that's good. Like if someone tells me they're giving their all, and I know that we're still way off, then I say, you know what? Like that's not beef. We don't have to. It's not a problem, but we have to. You know what I'm saying?
And that's good that you realize.
So I feel like you can't say I'm giving my all because. Or your all or your best or whatever. At the end of the day, women who aren't content are expressing, I'm not happy with this. And they're letting you know, hey, this is not working for me. Giving you the opportunity, if you want to be with me, to fix it. Men are more than fucking capable. You guys are more than capable.
You think it's vice versa at all or not?
Oh, women, we always adjust ourselves to the man we like.
Fix it.
I'm just...
If we like it,
I'm just taking it all in. I feel.
I always say women always adjust around.
I'm not saying we agree with everything.
You meet to the man you really like
you, and we trust you.
Not like just the man that you just book. Like
if I like
which is okay
I
though.
will make the adjustments.
If you really like them.
I feel like men are capable, and if you actually
so how many people like? But most people don't fit that category, which is okay because for me it's the same for me. It's not an indictment to say most people don't fit that category, right? Like, you're very selective in terms of who you would say, I would give this to.
Yes.
Is that right or wrong?
Yes.
Are you selective in terms of who you would give that to and say, I
am selective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a basic thing. So, yeah, it's not, there's not a lot of people, so most people are going to come along different type of, you know what I'm saying, treatment. Like, you're not going to all just get that for someone that you really You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's only for a certain exclusive crew or whatever. But I just feel like, look, I don't know what, but the whole leadership shit's fucked up because I see a lot of people in relationships where they're woman jab running shit, and it's fucked up because I see they don't want that. And the dude's blown, he's like, damn, I'm not running it. And the man's like, damn, and the junk's like, damn, I'm jab blown, he's not running it.
He can fix it.
He can definitely fix it.
I mean, that's easier said than done. And I would think, but I'm talking about, but listen, but the thing is, I've seen so many, and see, look, I'm with you. I'm a very big mental like, it's all in your head.
Gymnastics.
But I done seen this shit so much, so I can't put my expectations on somebody else. So like, because you can do that, doesn't mean that the masses can do that. So I kind of try to apply that to based on the numbers that I'm seeing of people in that situation. And it's sad because I'm like, damn, bro, like, it's bad for both people. The woman really, what woman doesn't want a man to be that fucking guy? What Joan doesn't want her Joan to be like, you know what, I married that fucking guy. He's that fucking dude. What Joan doesn't want that? So for it to be opposite of that, it's already starting off at a weird dynamic. So I'm like, damn, the fact that we let it get there is fucked up. The fact that Jones are kind of like, all right, I want to take charge. Like, it's both people's fault. Like, don't take advantage. I mean, if you meet a dude who's not on that, cool. But like, you're not for me. It ain't no beef. You can get along. But like, yo, I see that you're not really on the type of time I'm on. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's fucked up all around. But that's what's fucking shit up. I don't know if I'm right or if y'all think I'm right or wrong, but it's a weird dynamic for the women to be the leaders and the men supposed to naturally be doing that. And every junk wants a man to be on that. And we don't have that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Agree, and that's why it's scary today.
I think y'all got some animosity towards women that y'all got.
Oh, I love.
It's vice versa too. We got some animosity towards y'all.
Yeah, but we still love niggas.
Of course.
We still want to love them.
Well, nah. So you don't think it is? Though? I think it's more animosity towards the process. It's not towards the woman. It's like, damn, this shit's crazy because you might meet someone you fuck with and you wasn't wasting her time, but then you meet someone else who like she fuck with you and you just want to fuck, so now you wasting her time, and it's an endless cycle of that where one person likes the other a little bit more, and so that person's caring. You might be the one, you might not be the one, but it's rare for those two to come together where two people value and want to be in a relationship and value that shit.
The man sets the intention, right?
Exactly. No, you're right. You're exactly right.
If I try to break up with my man, we not really broken up unless he like agrees. You know, but if a man tries to leave me and I try to like, no, baby, I'm a crazy ass bitch.
Look, a man is gonna hold on to you to the very end of
you set the tone.
Yeah,
you set the tone. You set the intention.
But we're failing of setting the tone and the intentions of the relationship, even down to the way we talk to each other. At any moment, if you don't like the way someone's saying something to you, but see, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you from a dude's point of view. Dudes don't want to lose the box. So like, no, I'm trying to tell you, especially in the early stage. So like, they be on some, oh, you like this, I like this. You like this, I like this. But you lose yourself in that. And now, because you're just doing anything, there are things that are happening. And now you've established a relationship around boundaries that you aren't really okay with. And that's men's fault because they're trying to just get the box a lot of the time. Well, that's where it starts. And then from there, it's like, oh, damn, she's really nice. Oh, for me, I always be like, yo, shorty got her foot in the door. Like, we just talked, but I was like, yo, she bought me some joints last week. I come home, a meal is fixed. I'm like, yo, she got her foot in the door. She wasn't going for it.
Yeah, we'll bend over backwards for the person who's giving love.
And you feel, as a man, and
I think y'all take advantage of that, but it's fine.
Nah, see, but the thing is, as a man, you should know that. Like,
that's why females move the way they move nowadays.
But a lot of people don't get that feeling, and they settle for that person. Well, you're not getting that love that you're supposed to get, and it goes both ways. Where it's like, yo, if you're questioning, does this man really fuck with me like that? You have to answer. You sitting there asking a dumb question to yourself. Like, you believe what you're saying. Yeah, people don't believe what they're saying. They be like, oh, maybe he fucks with me. He got me a necklace last week. Like, that motherfucker selling drugs. Of course you got your necklace last week. Like, it kept you on the hook for another 2 months. Like, easy work. So it's like, yo, believe what you're...
So it's partially our fault, too. For staying in
I think it's everyone's. I think it's both sides. Not, you know what I'm saying? Shit's kind of getting weird and everyone has options. If a woman's with a dude and she feels like she can do better... She's never gonna really. If you're with a guy and you're like, I can do better, you're not gonna never really settle in on him.
I think you guys are threatened by our ability to be masculine.
In terms of what you talking about, just like men.
And our ability and overall as men, I feel like you guys are threatened by a woman's ability to be both feminine and masculine.
But what if you don't want the masculine feature? Like,
because
it's okay.
You guys are shamed for being feminine, and we're shamed for being too masculine.
Right.
And I think there's a balance where we both can be.
But if someone doesn't want that, that's okay though, right?
I think that's insecurity.
Because maybe you don't want a feminine man where something goes wrong, he just
he needs to be able to
like, girl, he calls you girl and shit.
There's a balance. You don't need to be too feminine as a man. You need to be more masculine.
But what if he is too feminine? Like I'm saying, it's like it's a preference. So like, to me, there's no right or wrong. To me, there's like, yo, it's your preference.
Being emotionally intelligent, emotionally available is not feminine. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think that. No, I'm not. I'm talking about. Yeah, no, I agree.
And that's what I meant.
So what's feminine?
Being in touch with your feelings.
What's feminine to you guys?
You guys are threatened by that.
Actually, in fact, I'll make it easier. What's masculine to you? Because you said happening, like men are threatened.
Threatened by masculine.
So what's masculine to you?
That we could take over the room. Whether it's the first thing you think about is, oh, she has a vagina. She should not be in charge here. But maybe I'm the better party to be in charge here.
Okay.
For this current event.
Let me just do something real quick. So like, the thing is, and that's perfectly great. And like, be that person. I don't think you should never let nobody tell you to not be who you are. But as that person, be ready that the man you're going to be with is going to be a beta type guy who's going for that shit. Okay. I'm just telling you, remember this. I'm just telling you that like the guy that you want isn't going for what the type of attitude that you're saying, like what you're saying brings to the table.
I said in certain rooms.
I got my chips in. I'm just telling you where my chips is at.
For example, right?
You're gonna end up with a dude
a billionaire with eye candy,
run
right?
him.
Mm-hmm. A billionaire has eye candy, right? And he's trying to make a business deal. He's gonna bring his wife. You know why he brings his wife? Because she breaks down the walls with those other men that he's trying to do business with, right? That her beauty, it breaks down that first barrier. She could give him a compliment. I like your beard, I like your shirt, I like your chain, I like the way you carry. He's like, oh, he's feeling himself. Now he's relaxed. And then boom, you hook him on the line. The same way a girl gets a guy is what we do. It's our nature.
And there's millions and billions of y'all pretty girls.
That's using our feminine power.
We bait you in with our feminine power. So in that room, my man is not the leader. Like the wife might be playing
in your
poker.
way.
The wife might be playing poker with all the billionaires, but she's constructing a business deal for to lead.
Hold on.
But she's not making underground Jones with Bill Gates for us to lead, whatever. That's not really what we're talking about.
You're talking about who's the billionaire in this show?
She's on the woman's like making backdoor deals.
So my man is
a billionaire.
My man is a billionaire.
So you're his date.
I'm his wife.
So you're his date.
I'm his wife.
You're his wife in the night, and you're in the
night.
And you're in the room.
Wife
hold on, but you're in the room with the billionaires, right?
That he brought you in.
And when he be
so you think those
you're the one making that
are
shit
threatened by?
No. I'm saying
of course
if you have
hold on, wait.
If you said my man couldn't be alpha and let me lead a room.
Like you were naming a billionaire you're in a room with billionaires.
You think you
listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen.
I'll use your
example. He said my man could not be alpha and let me lead in certain rooms. I'm giving an example.
I didn't say in certain rooms. I said in certain rooms. I didn't say you're gonna be with a beta. I'm saying you're gonna be with somebody underneath you.
She has that ability to be masculine and be a leader and take control.
You don't want us by underneath you though, young. It's gonna blow you.
But
eventually when he let you get your way after all these times, eventually you're gonna be like, damn, motherfucker, you never put your.
He's not below me.
No, but he's not below you. But like as a woman, you're like you're supposed to be the provider.
I said I don't want to beta man. When I put my foot down, I want to beta man.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I say my man can definitely be out.
I know you don't want one, but this how I'm telling you. That's how it ends. I didn't see the story. I know I look like I'm 21 and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 40.
Because when my man
so like, I'm trying to tell him.
When a woman finds a man that can lead, that's the actual alpha. Even if she's an alpha female.
Yeah.
You can still let that go. Women, we are flexible in the sense where an alpha female can turn into a beta female as long as
that goes back to the man putting that shit out there.
And he has to do that. Yeah. And he has to be consistent.
So what if he's not that? So what if he's not that?
Then it's not going to work out.
So it's not going to work out if you have a man that really loves you, cares about you, provides for you, but he's just lets you.
But a man with all that shit you named doesn't want no jump over.
There's some men like that though. I do.
Okay, so he fucking loves you, takes care of you, provides for you, but because he's so fucking infatuated with you and doesn't want to
let you get your way,
let you get your fucking way,
let you be the leader.
It's not gonna work out.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
because that's what's really going on. Because here's what's going on. Here's what's going on. The niggas you want, the niggas y'all want, the niggas y'all want.
My joint ain't going to no room.
Hold up. So all the guys that you guys are talking about, the niggas you want, these alpha males, guess what? A bunch of other chicks want them too. right?
Yes.
So you're competing with all those other chicks, right?
For
those fucking fire dudes, they are, I'll bow down to that nigga, yeah. But there's a bunch of other niggas around that will love, take care of you, support you, all the shit you need to survive in this fucking game of life that you're supposed to survive with a companion. Hold up. With a companion, right? Yeah. So, because I'm sitting here just listening to everything y'all saying, and that's really the concept is, the men y'all want are either going to be taken or you're going to be sharing that nigga with somebody else. So, once you have to settle for what y'all are calling beta men, hold up, you're talking about a guy that has his shit together.
You don't want to down at beta men. I didn't even down beta men.
But beta,
I personally,
but what I'm saying is,
I said you will be with one.
I personally can't because I am.
Because what?
They're gonna cry.
No shit. What woman goes into the joint and be like, yeah, I want to beta man? Who says that?
But that's
no woman says that. Every woman says I want to alpha man.
And if you ask them Jones, they'll be like, I'm with
do you hear her? She's like, no, I don't want to. She's like,
that's me. Just less like they don't. They may not care too much.
That's not every woman.
That's what that is. Because I met some beta men, but they don't make them less. I mean,
they're not any less.
It's okay. No, so you know what? I apologize if I insinuated in some way.
We mean like letting the girl run things.
No, because look, I have. No, but listen, I have friends that are flat out in that category, and to me, that's a good, like, for them, as long as you operate in that category, because like for them, I'm like, yo, I love for you to be with a junk who's a little more assertive and handle shit, because I know you're not really on that. So for me, that's a good thing. So I don't want to insinuate that it's like, oh, if you're a beta, that's just the type of person you are, whether you're more outgoing, you're kind of on it or not. So not on it, but like you're kind of more, whatever you want to call it. Y'all know what we're talking about. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing. So like the chances that a guy who's really stringent with his shit wants certain things, not saying that he couldn't fall for, not saying you, but like, you know what I'm saying, whatever you bring to the table. But when you're in competition with women who are like, you know what I'm saying, very meek, friendly, smiley, or like, it's like, okay, could I
That's more enticing to an alpha
but listen,
man,
but listen, what I'm saying, so what I'm saying is like, why would I want to have to whip this joint and shit when I got 8 other joints on my line who are like way nice? Now don't get into some dudes who do it.
Fool you.
No.
You can let that fool you.
But it's more like I have a hard day at work. Why do I want to come home to a hard job?
But see, me being alpha doesn't mean you come from a hard day at work and I'm about to curse your ass out because you left your shoes.
Yeah, but nobody wants to hear all that.
It doesn't mean that. You're assuming. You're assuming. Just because I'm alpha does not mean I'm combative and I'm always arguing with my man.
Yes, that's literally what alpha is.
No. But no, I'm not arguing. No, I know arguing. No, it's more or less like you're making decisions. I'm saying no, but like I'm someone who's like making dumb arguments. Like just coming home and thinking she's gonna come in the door yelling at you. I don't mean like that. It's just like when it comes down to things, you're like an alpha jump. Like you're not gonna come in and make shit out of nothing.
But there's not 2 alphas.
What?
But you're saying if you're alpha, you think that that means that they come in and make something out of nothing. Like they just come and start yelling at you.
No, I'm saying.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I don't consider that as.
I'm saying an alpha, like women, like if you're a woman.
You don't consider an alpha woman though is gonna walk in the door and just start berating you.
I'm just saying that an alpha woman,
that would be wild.
In an alpha woman, alpha man relationship. Somebody's gonna be the alpha. Okay, so who's gonna be the alpha?
Man is the leader.
Okay, no one else get berated when they come home.
That doesn't make me any less of an alpha.
You're talking about the whole.
I'm talking about the berating. Like you come in and they're just yelling at you like, yo,
your friend group got multiple alphas in it. Is anybody less than? No.
No. But okay, well, you said it wouldn't work. That's where I came in.
She said what won't work? Which part?
The whole, if the woman doesn't think the guy is, whatever, right? And she's making the decisions, right? They ideally want the man that's fucking the man, right?
Women be like, plan a date.
What I'm saying is there's that kind of guy, that kind of man. That's why I kind of try to lead off with the whole like men and women equal, because I was trying to get to the value aspect and seeing value and providing value, because that's really what I think people just don't really get in life, is that life is transactional. As much as you might want to make it seem like it's not, that's why I was saying with the whole thing with quantifying human interactions and relationships, that's what men do, because we have to be, that's like what you have to do for survival. Like, is this person going to be beneficial to my life, or is it going to be detrimental? You know what I'm saying? You make a decision, you move to the next. Because that's the decisions you're going to have to make when you're responsible for a family. You're responsible for your wife, you have kids. You're responsible for that as a man, right? So with the decision making, the reason y'all weren't here for earlier episodes, but I had already said that women dominate the emotional landscape in a relationship. In a traditional, healthy relationship, the woman should dominate the shit, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's what feeds into the man. I believe in reciprocal energy, right? If you feed into the man, he's gonna feed into you, right? But there's a disconnect because women can't tap into that feminine energy.
Some women,
right?
women can't, yeah.
Well, I think it's getting to be all women because that's why I was asking you what masculinity is to you, right? Because I think masculine energy is what's necessary for survival.
That's what I was going to say, right there.
To go to a primal, to take it to a primal.
You don't want your man at the
Just hold up. Hold on. Let me finish though.
You don't want your man.
Well, let me finish though. When I say I'm taking back to caveman times, like motherfucker going out there, killing a motherfucking animal, cooking that shit, eating it, surviving, going on to the next day.
Little kids,
right? No.
Take this lion leg.
Masculine energy is that's essential for survival, right? Feminine energy is what is quality. That's quality of life.
She gonna cook that food.
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes the life.
Okay.
That's what makes the life better. So as a woman, women need to understand. Like we're in the traditional shit. I'm super traditional. Like the whole 50-50 shit. I don't believe in.
I don't
want
50-50.
I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of everybody. But that's what I'm saying. But that comes with responsibility, though. Yeah. That comes with responsibility on your part. Yeah. You know how many women want to get their bills paid?
But then you acting like me. It's like, I want the opposite of me to handle the other half of the shit. Not the same as me where I have to be like, yo, like, the dishes.
That's all I'm saying is that women need to understand.
Like, not in that way, because I wash dishes too. But
when you have a man with you're all seeing value in men. You see a man, like you said, you saw the man, he was attractive. That was what was valuable to you. You went with it, pursued, you found out he had no other value to you, you abandoned ship.
Yeah, which is
some women really value that and will stay longer.
Do that.
That's what it's all about.
You should do that, that's great. You just cut it off, don't need to ride it out, like you don't see
that's
men
what I'm saying.
Women, see, but men, like I know specifically men, because men are there for the long haul, it might be because they getting good action. And they know Shorty is a bad person for them, but they're like, yo, she be getting me out the fucking way. I'm having a good time, but they know
men value sex so high.
If they're truly looking for the person they're gonna be with, they know no shot we gonna be together forever, but like I'ma for sure use these next 6 months or whatever she give me.
Let me jump
knock that shit out.
So
and I'm sure it works vice versa. Like I'm sure vice versa.
Like you said with the billionaire in the room, right? And this is the thing. Like I said, women, they take shit as a slight. When I say because it's like you're putting value, blah blah blah, whatever, right? Like he was saying, like when you bring that beautiful girl in for a man, right? It brings up your status amongst other men. It's like a status. I know women go, women are trophy, blah blah blah. No, but
by nature.
But and that's what that's the whole thing.
Is. Like,
so like that's the power that women have.
We know.
And but what I'm saying is that the
y'all
disconnect
strong,
now is that
y'all strong.
Women aren't feeding. I think that women, first of all, I think women are now accepting the fact of settling. Right? They're accepting that. I'm seeing that more. Like women will give certain guys a little bit more of a chance, you know what I'm saying?
You're seeing the settle?
I've seen the settle.
Limited on options. Everyone's gay, transgender,
she was like, I'm settling. She was like, yeah, we settling.
You're all settling.
You were settling.
Here's what I'm telling you.
Options.
No, but I mean, see, but you might get...
I agree that people do though.
But it's like, but here's the thing though.
Y'all settle too. I'm not an Instagram model.
Of course.
But I'm saying that, but what I'm saying is this, right?
Yeah,
it's about self-awareness, right? And we try to help you. All I'm trying to say is that if you want a guy and you're on a guy, the nigga came to you, rapped to you, got you, all that shit. Listen, it's a possibility niggas have other hoes. So hold up. If you want a dude, if that's what's really important to you, that's why I love when niggas get money. When niggas get money, oh my God, you see a whole nother side in a woman. Women will start doing some wild. She's gonna let a lot of shit happen, right? When the money, you take care of me.
Yeah.
He does it. He might have a little girlfriend.
Because you're providing. You're one of the main.
Okay,
so that's what Kevin Sammy. Y'all mentioned y'all watching. That's what Kevin Sammy preaches about.
Yeah.
We want a high value or a man up there that is in that caliber, but it comes with more.
It comes with more. It comes with more.
Because you competing. You competing with some. So listen. You're like, oh, who does most watch on the table? Like, yo, I got 100 jokes that
they can afford to have multiple women.
Because it costs money to entertain women. It costs money to entertain women.
You have more money. That's a possibility.
Okay, but listen though. So now that you have that awareness,
no, you take that power and you use it for evil. That's y'all problem.
There you go. You can be
for sure. It's just fun.
Listen,
that too. No, that too. Men are fully.
You can do that. You can use that man for his money.
Why wouldn't that powerful man with a lot of money?
Men for sure use their power and money.
That's man with a lot of money. Build up his community. Build up his people.
What are you gonna do?
Why is the focus when you get to the top of the mountain? How many pussies can I stick my penis in?
You acting like he can't build a community center and still fuck bitches. Yeah, he can build a community center and still fuck bitches. One is not separate from each other.
Half of a man's downfall when they're at the top is them being a hoe.
Yeah, because we're dumb.
But I'm saying,
I just saw an interview. I just saw an interview.
Being a hoe does not mean that this man cannot do good things for the community. Martin Luther King was a hoe. Hey, you ain't here. But they said Martin Luther King was a hoe. He was doing good shit for the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, you can do good shit for the community and still be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, it's not independent.
Wait, let me speak on that. Everybody has their preference. Right. You might like thruplets. You might like whatever you like, right?
What?
Here's whatever you like. Everybody like what they like.
What is that?
What's thruplets?
You got
3 kids.
You got
like 3 bitches.
Oh, that sounds some freaky shit.
Hella relationships.
Oh, you got
but here's the thing. Can you maintain and sustain?
Yeah.
Can you maintain, sustain all those relationships?
Yeah.
And was everybody a willing participant? Yeah. That is my
That's
issue.
like some Muslim shit.
That's like, yo. Put a whatever title you gotta put on it.
No, if you can do
but
shit.
as a man, if you're making sure I'm taking care of now, and because you with Felicia for the weekend, I went without getting a phone call to make sure I'm okay.
Do you know he's with Felicia or no? Are you saying you know or you don't know?
Willing participant.
Right.
Yeah, like a Muslim.
So one, did I know about this? Or did you lie to me and make me feel like I was the only one? That's number one. You're deceiving me. So what is this relationship? It's a scam. It's a sham. Yeah. Number one. Number two, if I knew about it, I promise you, if I knew about it and I accepted it because I liked you that much, I promise you nobody is mad when they are aware of what's going on and everybody's taken care of. Yeah. I promise you.
Hold on, so I'm trying to. Are you saying? But I'm asking. Are you saying? Are you saying in a relationship like with a man? Let's say he had.
I don't want to fuck you every day.
No. What I'm trying to figure out is, are you referring to?
My pussy is tired.
I'm trying to refer to. Are you talking about a man who has?
Some of these men have high standards.
Let me ask the question. Are you referring to a man that has 4 different like little wives, and you're one of the ones he's taking care of, and he's handling his business? Or are you saying someone that you don't know that he has 4 other people? Which situation you talking about?
Well, you can't get to the 4 wives. You've already started dating.
But the one you were just talking about, were you saying that you knew about his other ones?
However, it don't matter if there's a ring involved or no ring involved. You're in these committed relationships with these multiple women. Were they willing participants? Do they know about each other? Are they okay with this? Because at the end of the day, as a woman, we have to protect our uterus first and foremost.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree. Everything you're saying is all true. Yeah.
So you can have maybe my max is like, okay, you can have 1 or 2 other girlfriends as long as we all straight, we all cool.
We're all good.
Everybody know they
tell me the truth.
But but what if your thing is I'm fucking 50 bitches a day and they rotate and you just gonna have to be down with that? Hell no, nigga, you come down tomorrow with AIDS. I'm good.
But that's when you take accountability and say, you know what? I'm glad you brought that to the table and said you told me when to fuck 50 bitches, and you know what? Good luck to you going to fuck your 50 bitches.
Fuck your 50 bitches. I'm out.
No, in school, it don't gotta be beef. It can just be like, we're not meant to be.
Yeah,
come on. But that gives you the right to leave.
I have a question. Sorry.
But from there, you just leave. Like if you don't, but if you stay, that's on you. If he tells you that, you stay.
So y'all are telling me. Hold up. So y'all meet this guy.
Vice versa.
I have a scenario.
Dudes be blowing me.
Hold up.
I be like, yo, you're staying with this job? But
hold up. So you met a guy.
He got a hat on.
He's fucking fire.
One of y'all was capping. One of y'all was lying.
He's cute. He's tall.
Oh no. I can't do
Keep
that.
going.
But
give him all the physical attributes that you have to. Because
hold on.
The only one who needs to be pretty.
Hold on.
My man don't need to be
What were you saying? What you said?
I will allow it, but I'm saying.
You won't allow what? Oh, you said. All he said was he's tall.
No. I'm going back up. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you don't like a tall, cute guy?
I was like, So
I said I got some short, ugly niggas for you.
What's your Instagram? Like, hey, this one right here.
She said, what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. So I'm saying you meet this fucking tall, dark, handsome.
I'm out. She's out. She's out. I'm out. He got too many bitches. He got too many bitches. I'm not fighting with him.
Okay.
And he's like fired.
You gonna get you one. I know you
fired. He fucking.
You gonna get you a bill.
Y'all hit it off. He fucking takes you out. He's, you know what I'm saying. Let's say something happens. You have a hardship. You need some money.
He hold me down.
He's like, let's say you ask him for some slight shit.
He hold me down.
No, you don't even ask him. Let's say you're like, man, damn, my check didn't. I gotta pay my.
Okay, so what's the problem?
And he like, oh girl, and he's like, he cash app you.
What's
like,
the problem?
Let's say he cash app you like 20,000.
And
you just all you said was, hold up. This is the guy you fucking. Hold up. I'm trying to paint a picture. So this is the guy you are already sexually attracted to. He's super cool, super fire, has all this money. He just blessed you with fucking 20K. You just threw out a little, my phone's about to get cut off, Joe. And he gave you 20K. You're like, what the fuck?
My phone bill. Never
I'm just saying, listen.
We talking about hardship. We talking about Jones.
She want to know I'm safe.
A hardship. It could be.
Hey, look, when men get out of relationship. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Shout out to you,
What's your point?
Don't sick like all that. You know what I'm saying?
Your point.
What's your point? Get to it.
Okay, my point is, you build this great relationship with this great guy, right? And he's taking care of you. He's paying for your bills, all your bills, knocks it out the park. You find out this nigga has another chick.
Okay.
And he's taking care of the other chick too.
Oh, that's the cap.
Hold on. You said.
But you said found out. It didn't go into knowing that.
That's what. No, that's because.
So you found out.
She was saying. That's what I'm saying. Because she was saying if he told her.
I knew about it.
When, but she didn't say when. Not at the beginning.
I'm saying if you come out after you already.
Okay, so midway through.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
So you find out midway through.
Yes.
Wait.
Everybody's being taken care of. That's her point.
Okay.
But you find out. Midway through.
I'll take your hat off then.
Here's the steps to that. I didn't discuss. You done blew my whole world up. I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, the blow world.
But here's the steps to that because I'm actually currently in that situation.
Yes. Good job, Toon.
Number one.
Give us insight.
Yes.
What led me to finding out is clearly something was lacking. Something was lacking. Okay. If something is lacking, that's how I discovered you have something else going on. Because I'm like, yo, 4 days out the week, you're amazing, but these other 3, it's literally, like, I didn't think that song was real.
It used to be.
When she said, you got 9 to 5, I'm the weekend. That bitch is the weekend bitch.
And also, so did it used to be them, it was 7 days and it turned into 4?
No, it was
always 4.
Well, it's the thing is, like, I didn't even notice until we got even closer.
And then you were like, damn, you're trying like slicing me up.
Monday to Thursday type guy.
Okay, my bad. So it never really was. You didn't really catch on until later on.
I didn't know until we got closer. Once you're more and more involved with a person, then you know, like, oh shit, something going on.
Because as you got closer, you thought this 4 days is gonna turn into more days, and it's like, damn, you just got this whole weekend sliced out.
That's what I interrupt. This is perfect. So we have a sponsorship from Chat AI, and from our guys out there, they got a fire plan where they will talk to. You see what she just said? Monday through Thursday, they can stop hitting her up on the weekend. The Chat AI will take care of that. He will be contacting her on the weekend.
Yeah, do that.
So they
make sure I feel appreciated.
So yeah, I'm sorry, we gotta plug that in. Go ahead, go.
But that's the thing. If you're not able to,
if you need a weekend talk, call 1-800-TUNE.
Just
weekend chat partner.
Big Trauma Show.
You're not able to juggle both. One is always gonna get more than the other in some capacity. Like I might get more time, but she might get more.
But let's say you're getting it. So, but if you find out that you like, he says that, but like you're getting like what you need. But you found this out. But he's like, and let's say
I could be getting more if he wasn't.
Oh no, but what I'm saying is like, but if you tell him what you need and he's giving that, but you know he has like 2-3 other jumps, but he's giving you, let's just say he's giving you whatever you're asking for. But he's telling you the whole thing is he has 2 other jumps and he's going to send it to him because he's just well off.
They don't take accountability though.
No. I'm not asking if they do that. What I'm asking is he's asking if that's
accountability.
No, he had the hat on. No, what he did is he had the hat on because he said if you were in that situation, you wouldn't be cool with it. So what I'm asking you is, if you had a man who covered every single box, like he's even telling like, yes, but hey, look, I got other jumps. I'm taking full accountability, but I'm taking care of you. I love you too. Whatever. But I got 3 different jumps, but I'm gonna be here this long, blah blah. But and he's everything you really want. Like whatever excuse, but just say assume he's doing that. But he said I got 2 other jumps, and it's not an indictment. Cause like I'm like if you say yes, it's not like oh damn like bro that's not a bad deal, like whatever. But so you were saying you would stay with you would consider that or not?
So here's the thing, and this is why I think this is a fantasy. Most men don't have the bank account to sustain.
No, but I'm talking about. I'm saying all these questions that you're saying. No, we're saying.
Okay, in dream world, everybody's taken care of.
Yes, everything. Dream world. You push the button.
I found out about her. You're keeping it real. But yes,
it's a dumb question. It's a dumb question. We're just curious.
In a dream world,
then you would be able to do that.
I'm fine if I'm taking care of it. I don't feel like I'm lacking anything because you are taking care of her. I'm cool because that's what you need to be complete. And who
in the real world, finding that's really hard.
But they lack accountability.
Hold on, she got something. She ain't really talking too much.
I'm sorry, Jay. Real quick though, you was trying to say like that's not a real thing. It's a real thing. They just get money.
No, but it's not a thing because they don't know.
But like in terms of everything, like you might have the money, you might have this. She might not feel the attention. She might not feel this.
Someone's gonna be lacking in something.
You're right.
Even if it's just two, somebody is
time, something you're like affection.
Somewhere, so eventually it's unrealistic.
Lacking, baby.
But hey, now for some women, the money is enough. Which, and look, and if you're a woman and you say that, like, yo,
here's the thing, I can't cheat on him back because like no man could compare to what he does.
Okay.
So I'm looking at all like,
what's your answer?
But listen though, that's
you in or out?
She's out.
You're out.
So your mentality,
she been out.
Your mentality is the mentality that I think men that have the resources to get women would
but they go without.
Hey,
they're complaining. It's too many. You seen their interviews? They're unhappy.
I've seen them now.
But here's the thing.
He's unhappy with who?
The girls are
because of
course there's 11 of them.
Because it's too many.
Of course.
More than you can handle.
She said of course they're unhappy.
Don't write off more.
We're gonna need to stop being surprised that niggas are gonna try to get some
everybody was gonna be happy.
Niggas gonna go out of their fucking niggas will have
but don't
$1 million or niggas will have $0 and they'll go in.
Don't ruin a good thing chasing pussy.
What?
Why aren't men the leaders? Why aren't men the leaders? Because your dick is leading you. That's why you're not the leader.
That's so deep for men though. That what you just said, it's so easy. That's like telling a woman not to want a man who's taller than them.
We're not that fucking. You literally think so low of us that you think we give a shit about height. I promise you.
I do.
She can say that all day.
I do.
That is a preference. That is a preference. It is a preference.
I got attacked personally.
But it's the right man
for the height jump.
And
you know what I'm
he's short. And he's fucking good. He's doing everything.
You attack me personally though, for the height jump. Why you saying I'm shallow for saying that?
We got a little limited amount of time. So this is what I'm saying. We got your answers. So for the two that are gonna settle, so y'all have agreed you're gonna settle, right?
Settle for what?
But that's an imaginary world.
You're gonna settle for
whatever that is.
Because I really.
But you're getting the most you could possibly get.
Because what I think happens is we just gave you this super rich guy that's spending all this money on you and. I mean, you got that girl. Keep him, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, for other more realistic things, is like niggas will play that part for as long as they can play it. So, nigga might not be able to support you, but maybe he slid you this, or he sold a false dream here. But if a guy is adept at getting women, like he's gonna be able to get a lot of women. That's what I be just trying to say. So it's like if you're not down for the share life. What it's gonna seem like settling to you because you're gonna be with a companion that might not hit every square.
But it's like a big
There's always a woman that.
No, and that's what I'm bringing. But that's why I'm bringing it to reality because reality is you're not going to get. That's what women really. That's what women really see.
You're still gonna outrank one more than the other in your head as a man. You're still
for sure.
You're still, and a woman wants to know what's her position. They really want to know where they stand with you. And then they decide, can I take it, can I not? Our issue is a false dream. You're wasting my time.
And our joke is pussy. Y'all joke's the false dream. Our joke's like, I supposed to pussy. So like when you put the false dream with the get some pussy,
Hey, listen how dumb men are, right? And I don't know.
I hear how dumb
listen.
You're out here like
y'all gotta be weak.
Sometimes
but listen. Sometimes we be.
Can I tell you?
No, but the thing is, we be trying like what he's about to do. Like I know sometimes y'all trying to go back, but like sometimes we be tar and feather and man. Y'all be like you like. Try like no, we're saying the bad things too. Like, we try to play both sides of it.
And we be trying to tell y'all how important pussy is to niggas.
And that's like no, but the biggest and the argument but the argument
it's very high. It's
but the thing that's a blower.
Like here.
The thing that's a blower is people argue what. But the biggest thing is people argue what should and shouldn't be, not what is.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, pussy shouldn't be that important. Of course it shouldn't, but it is. This shouldn't be that important. Of course, but it is. Like, yo, like you can say what should and shouldn't be. Like your height should, like you said, your height shouldn't matter. You being fat, like, oh, you're a good person. Like, that's what should matter. What does matter to most people, maybe not you.
And that's why they're led with the wrong direction.
Of course, and that's cool. But that doesn't take from the fact that what we're saying is true when we're talking about the majority of people, where it's like those things matter. Like of course, and that's why we're talking about it in the Big Trauma Show episode 8. You know what I'm saying? Because it is things that men and women both have to work on, and it's just things to think about. You know what I'm saying? And from both sides.
So what I was saying is like with the masculine energy is like. The man is supposed to take care and provide, and I feel like doing that, taking care and providing, if you really think of that, that's why I said it was essential to survival, right? So you have to tap into that. So I think what happens is you have a lot of women now that are having to tap into that masculine energy, and men are still requiring those women to fucking submissive and be feminine. Yeah. And I'm like, that's not really a realistic thing, you know what I'm saying? But that's where we are.
When you guys stop thinking with your penis and start,
it's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
It is because I have men in my family who do. And
great job. That's no.
I've seen both sides.
Of course. Hey, what you're saying?
That leads to a man's demise.
Of course.
So that's how Adam and Eve have it. Y'all blame the woman, but I blame the man.
I know for sure. And so listen, but no, what you said is true. So when I said
men, always blame
when I said men won't stop, I kind of meant like you will never, like the biological predisposition for that. No. Okay, whatever you think it is. Okay, so hey, that's weird. It just happens to everyone in the world is like that. So like whatever the predisposition is. Okay, but look.
You're good.
Can I get to my point? Jesus Christ. But I'm talking about we're just trying to tell you whether you want to argue and say that's not true, cool, whatever. Like whatever the predisposition is, and you're saying that it doesn't have to be like that, which is true because when you get to a certain age, what I'm talking about is like when you start from a little embryo, whatever, you work your way up, like it's in your blend. You have to get to a maturity level to be like, this pussy isn't worth it, it's fucking my life up. But for a man, that is a hard battle to fight, and it starts, whether you want to believe it or not, it's cool. And I'm not saying that women don't go through it. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is for a man, it's and you can accept it, not accept it, but it's a wild thing. And so when they start going through that, for them to get to a point where they can say like, man, because I think of myself as one of the people where you get to a certain point and it's like, bruh, this shit's not important. The shit that you're losing from it, like, and that's when you're actually, but that's when you're at a certain point. I'm just talking about what you're born with, what men are. So we're both right. So can a man decide? No, can a man decide?
We can rap.
Yeah, can a man decide to not? You know what I'm saying? To get past that, yes. But just in terms of us being born,
that's an excuse.
I mean, it's an excuse, but I'm just telling you what it is.
Women are inclined to want to produce babies.
I may not agree, but
you're inclined to want to fuck.
Hold on. I want to understand men, and you're a man sitting here telling us this is what it is, even if it's wrong.
You have to fight your way out of getting past, like getting some pussy.
Listen,
like, when a man gets past the day that he can turn, when a man gets, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, the day a man can turn down some pussy, that's the day he really become a man. When he can turn down some pussy just because he knows.
Hey, we'll take a shot to that. Take a shot to that. Like, that's a wild. Hey man, that's a wild joke.
But that's a wild joke. That's real talk. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And that time will come.
I guess I'm bored.
It takes time to get there.
I'll take a shot.
Salute, man. Hey man. Hey, salute. Hey, we salute. Yeah, Flint. You gotta give me a fist. Thank you, y'all.
Hey, we appreciate y'all coming through, man. We gonna, we'll pick it up on the next episode. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute 108 in the books. Make it do it.
Throw them in the trash.
Hey, Joe.
Cut it.